Yo, 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 Big Jock Concrete Chronicle podcast, man. We running a little late, man, but we here, you know what I'm saying? I'm live with the little homie from DC. You know what I'm saying? We give y'all outlook on this present thing from a DC aspect because everybody always talking about, oh, DC in there thick, DC do this, DC do that, but I always told y'all that DC got some real good men and young men. Right? So introduce yourself to the people, homie.
Man, young Marley or Abdul Assad, Abdul Duad, whichever one, it don't matter. But
Right?
so I'm gonna start off with what led me there, and it's something a lot of people don't know about. So I was in a car. I was in a car with three of my homeboys. We ended up getting pulled over. Ended up getting pulled over for speeding. Uh, they asked to search the car, saying they smell marijuana. For a lot of y'all that don't know, that's their way to get in y'all car. Even if they don't smell weed, they train to tell y'all that they smell weed, and that's their way in your car. If you don't know your laws or what to look for, then they gonna get you. So they said they smell weed, got access to search the car. They asked us, was it a gun in the car? Of course, everybody said no. They end up finding a gun. So once they found the gun, they asked who gun it was. Now they got something called a ghost gun law, where if it's more than one person in a car and it's only one gun and nobody admits to it, everybody could be charged with it. A lot of people don't know about that. So if it's one gun in the car and there's multiple people and nobody admits to the gun being theirs, everybody in the car could be charged.
So
So
what's that? That they doing that in the district? Where they doing it in Maryland?
Maryland, yeah, Maryland and the district.
So I'm sure they probably doing it in other states then too. Shout out to
Yeah.
Stacks, man, my man with the podcast on here. Shout out Stacks, man. Y'all people make sure y'all follow the brother, man, his new podcast. But go ahead, finish breaking it down for the people, little homie.
Yeah, so one they could charge everybody with a gun if nobody admit to it. So I end up admitting to it. I end up admitting to it saying it was mine. And I told my man to them, I'm like, it don't make sense for all of us to go to jail for one
Uh-huh.
gun. Because if we all go to jail, we, nobody can help each other. I'm like, at least I go to jail, boom. Worst case scenario, y'all could be out here, y'all can help me, y'all can put money together for a lawyer, put money on my books. If I get a bomb me out. But if we just all in jail, we just all in jail. That don't even make sense. So I end up taking the charge. Boom. I got 5 years. I got 5 years, no parole.
Wa alaikum
So
salam, Mike. Go ahead, bro.
I got 5 years, no parole, which means basically I didn't have the option for parole. I couldn't do a percentage of my time and then go for parole and see the board. I just had to do my time straight to the door.
Max it out.
Yep. So when I got the DOC, I stayed there for 30 days. And when I went to talk to my case manager, she she let me know I had another open charge. She said I had another open charge, but she said since I only had 5 years, she wanted to try to send me to a minimum compound.
Right.
So when the day come for everybody to get shipped out to go where they going. So I'm talking to a older brother. I'm like, man, yeah, I got this much time. Woo, my case manager said she's gonna send me to a minimum. He like, oh, all right, man, that's cool. You can be good. So the police come in the bullpen. Police come in the bullpen. He calling off everybody's names. Johnson say RCI. Oh, they look at me. He said, sure, I thought you said you're going to a minimum. I said, man, I am. He said, nah. He said, that's a medium. After that, I learned that if you got an open charge, you can't go to a minimum facility. I had to go to a medium facility while I was fighting my charge and going to court. So I had to go on a writ to court and go get that handled before I could get my security level dropped.
So a minimum security, what was the minimum security in the feds? Would have been like a low.
Yeah, yeah,
So but they sent you to the FCI.
yeah.
Okay. But what's a writ? A lot of people don't know what a writ is.
A writ is basically like, all right, you already incarcerated, but like I said, you got an open charge, so they'll come and they transfer you to court. Wherever you gotta go to court at, they transfer you to court.
And basically, that writ is to bring you back down.
Yep.
Break it down in layman terms for the people. You get a writ, you know what I mean? Or so, and sometimes dudes put their co-defendants on, bring them on their case. They got to get a writ. They'll bring them back down. You know what I mean? Back to the jail.
Yeah. So a lot of times, like, say if you've been down for some time, you've been down for a couple years, you want to get back closer to home, see what's going on, go, like you said, your co-defendant will get you on a writ. They
Yeah.
bring you back down DC jail or whatever, county jail, wherever you at, and you'll
Right,
get
so
this.
they get you in that minimum. They put you in the FCI where they send you to.
Cumberland.
Or you went out Cumberland, Maryland.
Yep.
So how was that when you got there? A lot of these dudes don't. They be thinking like sometimes they be thinking that these mediums, they be like they don't be like the USPs. But I happen to know Cumberland is one of them spots that rock. You know what I'm saying? I've been there. So
Yeah.
what was that like for you when you got there?
I got there. All right, look, as soon as I got there, I'm at the front. We getting like our bed rolls, sheets, and all that, blankets. I asked the police, how do the phone work? I asked the police how does the phone work. He said, man, the gang members run the phone. All right, what you mean? He like, the gang members run the phone. Like, you gotta get in where you fit in. It ain't no, you feel? I'm like, damn, like this. All right, now and then on top of, I'm gonna go back. When I turned on that little dirt road and I went through them gates, that's when I realized it was real. Like when that first gate opened and closed behind us, and we was waiting for that other gate to open, and I'm sitting on that bluebird. I'm like, all right, this is real. Like I'm really in prison. Like it ain't no, it ain't no turning back. It ain't no nothing. It ain't no. My mother can't help. It's nobody can help at this point. It ain't nothing
Yeah,
I can do at this point. I'm
yeah. The
here.
reality set in. I'm here.
Yeah, I gotta stand on the consequences of my actions. So I got there. He told me the gang members run the phone. I get on the tier. When I go, my cell, calling my cell buddy. First thing I asked my cell buddy, I said, man, who do tattoos? Like I'm about to try to do something to pass some time, whatever. So he telling me all that. But all right, when I try to get on the phone, they was telling me like it's phone lines, like this person behind this person behind this person. So I asked one of the dudes like, could he put me after him? He told me, yeah. He basically ended up, I ain't gonna say he tried to play with me, but he just never came and got me. He ain't never come and get me. So I'm like, all right, cool. So the next day, it been like a couple of days since I was gone from DOC. And that was the last time I talked to my mother when I was at DOC. So I'm like, damn, I ain't talked to my folks in like 3 days.
Your
I
man Wu
told her I was
Productions gave you a shout out. Your man Wu Productions said, "Yeah, Marley, proud of you, bro."
appreciate it. Yeah,
So, even not to cut you off, but even being from the district, the homies ain't have a phone, or that was
yeah,
your phone.
yeah. They had a phone. I was using the Muslim phone.
Oh, the Muslims. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I was using the Muslim phone. But the tier, when you first get up there, they put you on like a intake tier still
Yeah,
before they send you to whatever building they gonna send you to. So the intake tier was kind of like, yeah, it was phone solidified, but it was still kind of like free for all.
yeah, because it's intake. Ain't no real
Yeah.
politicking going on in there for real. Dudes moving
So
around. Yeah,
after that day, he supposed to put me on after him. He put me on. So now I'm like, all right, it's been 3 days. Like I ain't talked to my mother. She don't know what's going on. I'm like, man, nah. So big Muslim brother Wali, big
your
Muslim
folks
brother.
on here on your line, man. They got their foot on your neck. Your man Gary said, "Where's $5 at?"
So I'm hollering at the Muslim brother Wali, and I'm like, man, look, I need to get on the phone. I need to talk to my folks. Woo, woo. So he told me, he said, listen, this is what you gonna do. When we come out, he said, you grab whatever phone you want to grab. He said, and if anybody say anything or come at you any type of way, we gonna rock out. That's just what we gotta do. So I'm like, all right, that's just what it's gonna have to be that then. So when we come out,
Appreciate you, sis,
I grab the front phone, I sit down, I start dialing the number. Dude from he was from Baltimore, dude named G. He come to me, he like, man, I was about to get on that phone. I stand up, I tell him, I say, look, bro, I've been up here 3 days. My mother don't know where I'm at. I'm trying to let her know I'm okay. Like, you know what I mean? I'm about to get on this phone. So however we gonna handle it, we gonna handle it. So everybody looking the whole time. Dude, G got 60 years. Like I said, I only got 5 years. So dude, everybody, he just got a reputation. So everybody looking like, oh shit, like what's about to, you know what I mean? And he looked at me, said, you know what? You go first every day from now on, and I'm after you. So I solidified my spot in the phone line, but I end up getting moved to another building. So when I got down there, I end up being in the cell with a gang member. I end up being in the cell with a blood dude. I don't really like deal with gang members too much. I don't really. Some of them I had a rapport with because like you got to. It's the politics.
You see
So
your homies on there talking that stuff to you. Your man Robbie Parker said Marley a real man for sure. He just got to stay away from that pool table.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I be trying, man.
They must was waiting on you to come up on here. They might have said it's running late. One thing about it, if Big Josh say he coming, he coming. You're like I might be running late, but I ain't gonna do no faking a line. I say he coming on, we coming on. It's a little late, but we here. But
no, for sure. Hey, listen. One thing about they know I only deal with stand up men.
Hey, listen. You know, one thing. I always say this too. I be putting it in my posts a lot. Like I sometimes I be thinking, I don't know if people know. I don't be trying to really like big myself up in no posts or no stuff like this, right? Because my pop told me this one day. He said, "Let me tell you something, son." He said, "Legends," and my pop was a cold-blooded man. He was down with some serious stuff, man. But he was like, "Let me tell you something, man. A legend never have to tell his story. They're legends because the people gonna tell their story." Right. So one thing about me, my character, that's why the homies from DC love me to death. I ain't never had a problem with a homie from DC. I always sell majority of the spots I was in with the DC homies because I know the good men ain't gonna be getting into any old thing. And you got some of y'all youngsters that run around that joint wild, you know what I'm saying, chasing that dudes, taking stuff from cowards, you know what I'm saying? I know the deal, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, I know that, but like I say, it's sheeps and wolves in there. You dig? Right. And a lot of people don't even know what they face and putting themselves in a predicament to go up on that land. Now, men, wolves, they sniff out sheep. So I don't knock how dudes hustle. I don't condone, you know what I mean? I don't be liking that stealing and all that stuff like this here. But, you know, man, sometimes, man, you know, a lot of dudes need to get taught a lesson so they can stay up out of there, man. That's what I be pushing.
Especially you get in one of them spots with them real wolves. They could smell it. They can smell it on you as soon as you come. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, dude told me when I first got up there after I got my bedroll, I was walking down the compound. Dude told me, he said, man, this your first time in prison? I was like, yeah. He said, yeah, man, you got that fresh on the compound walk. He said, you got that fresh on the compound walk. Right. I said, yeah. They definitely could tell. But where was I at?
You was talking about the homie with your phone call. You was telling them you didn't get a chance to talk to your mother and all that.
Oh yeah, after I told him, like, man, look, I'm getting on the phone, bro. It ain't so whatever we gonna do, like we could do. He like, man, listen, you know what? You go first every day. Like I'm after you. So But then like I said, I ended up getting moved to another building. I was in the cell with the blood dude from Eastern Shore. Me and him was cool though. He was pretty. My first like couple days in the cell with him, I ain't really say nothing though. Like I wasn't really talking to him. I was kind of trying to feel it out a little bit, see what was going on with him. And then after like a couple days, we started talking, and then everything was
Nah, that go.
copacetic.
Nah, that go. When you move in with a man, y'all got you fill each other out with silence.
Yeah,
Then you start building the rapport. But right now, I'm mentally reading you. I'm reading vibration right now. You
yeah.
dig? I know where you at with it. So I'm saying, being as though you know you a homie from the district, you was Muslim, and how was that? Like with the homie time and the Muslims, like how was that for you? Because you were
All right,
young.
so you got the homies that was Muslims, and then you got the homies that wasn't Muslims. But the thing with the homies that wasn't Muslims, majority of them was Murder Inc. So like I had a rapport with a couple of the Murder Inc. dudes. But for the most part, like I said, I try not to deal with gang members too much. Cause I don't really like what they stand on and how they like I said, you got a couple of them that's cold blooded men. But for the most part, it's just like I can't really get with that. Like y'all going off another man word. Like y'all gotta go off another man word. Y'all gotta listen to what another man tell y'all to do.
Right.
Y'all get sanctioned and all that. I done seen dudes do stuff, make mistakes, lose stuff. They got to go in the cell and hold their hands above their head and get their body beat by another
Get that
man. Like,
60, huh? Yeah, it's a different world, man. But I'm saying as far as like you being a young man and you experienced in prison, if you had something to give out to the young people, because I took the I said we was coming on at 8. My other
mhm.
job called me and my PO still got her foot on my neck. That's what I was telling you. So I'm working my second job. You know what I'm saying? So I just shot in so we can get on and get this to the people. If you had something to tell the younger generation that's coming up behind us that think it's slick and nick, you know what I mean, to be out in the streets. Not, I don't knock nobody for what they do. I was in the
Right.
streets all my life. You know what I mean? I lost my life to the streets. With the 30 years and people gave me up that penitentiary. I'm not saying, the streets ain't gonna make you or break you. They will break you. They're not gonna make
Definitely a
you.
breaker.
Yeah, they're not gonna make you even though dudes think the streets is making it. Because one thing that street made out of concrete, it's gonna be there when you're dead and gone. You did, and you just gonna be in memory of. Just like when you go to jail. It's like being dead because everybody talking about what you used to do, what you used to be. But if you wanted to give a message to them young boys that's coming up out here from a young man that you know what I mean, I know is that's honorable, you know what I'm saying, in your city, you know what I'm saying, in your age group, what would you say to them?
Uh, man, trying to cut corners and take the easy way out is not gonna get you nowhere. Trying to cut corners and take the easy way out. Like I know, see, social media messed a lot of stuff up. Cause a lot of these youngins, they're going on social media and they see dudes in positions or see dudes with stuff, and they're kind of down themselves because they don't got it. But one thing I had to learn is phases in life that you can't skip. And then a lot of them people you looking at on social media, they older than you. So you 19, 20, 21, and you comparing your life to somebody that's 30, 35 years old, and you thinking you supposed to be where they at, but you not. Because it's certain phases in life you got to go through. Everybody gonna go through a broke phase. Everybody gonna go through a down bad phase. Everybody gonna go through these phases before they reach their full potential.
Dave was that Dave Jackson 093. Now my Zalj, my wife, she owned a restaurant here, right? So they when you I'm talking, one of the brothers asked me, why the PO was tripping. when they don't really want you working for family. They try to say you manipulating the system. You know what I'm saying? Like I could be saying I'm working and not working. You know what I'm saying? In my case, I'm definitely working, right? Um, because I wouldn't leave that burden on her running that restaurant all day like that by herself anyway. So I had to go out and get a little second little gig, you know what I mean? I ain't one of them big YouTubers like the rest of these dudes getting all them big checks. I come on here to just get y'all news you can use, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't get no checks for none of this stuff. I just come on, I like to talk to the people, I like to inform the people, I like to bring on real people, you know what I'm saying, that's been through different trials and tribulations in their life, you know what I'm saying, and that's living everyday life like all of us in here, that's probably in the chats and everything. Just real people living everyday life. I know a few people that I'm gonna bring on, you know what I mean, that got little status on their names or whatever you might call that, right? I'm just bringing them on so they can tell you what they come from and how they made it to where they made it to, basically. You know what I'm saying? That you know that you can do it too. You know what I'm saying? They say the sky ain't the limit. You know what I'm saying? It's just a view. You dig? Um, but like he was saying, man, that's a strong point that you gave to the youth, man, and the men, even in your age group, right? Because a lot of us is out here thinking, you know, we got to just change our mind state, man, because a lot of people think going to prison make them thorough. Thorough is in your DNA. You feel me? Don't ain't nothing nobody can say or none of that to stamp you to be thorough. That's just in your DNA, and that's in your aura. You know what I'm saying? So when a person be like, oh, he thorough, boom, 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 that's probably something he read in his aura as the time that they got to know each other or the time he been around. Like only thorough is just in your. Ain't nothing you can go to jail and become, because I done seen the toughest dudes, the rawest dudes I done heard stories about in the street get their stuff took from them, right? Get smacked up, right? Get pushed on with that banger and not pushed back. You know what I'm saying? But they was busting that gun crazy out here. You know what I'm saying? So prison ain't gonna make you. It's a learning experience, man. It's all what you get out of it. I'm saying this: if you in these streets, right, and you got to go to prison, and you put yourself in a position to go to prison, get something out of it. Don't just let them people get that time out your egg.
An older brother told me, he asked me, man, Shorty, how much time you got? I said, man, 5 years. He said, you know what I want you to do? He said, I want you to use your 5 years like you in college. He said, like you basically going to college for 4 years. He said, I want you to take them years and learn as much as you can. He said, I want you to study, read, and learn as much as you can. And he, alhamdulillah, good brother. I like to say all the time, he definitely helped me like through my bit, because he used to always come to me and quiz me on stuff, especially like as far as the dean. He'd come to me, be like, man, go out, salam alaikum, man, what is this? He asked me an Islamic question. Might be like, man, it's not from our way to guess, so I don't know. He'd be like, so look, what's today? Like, man, it's Tuesday. So all right, when I see you Friday, I want you to know it in Arabic, I want you to know it in English, and I want to know the proofs. Salam alaikum. Just walk off on me. I'm like, man. But it was cool because, like I said, I was learning. It was a challenge, and then it used to keep me out of stuff, because it might be stuff going on in the rec hall or whatever going on. But I'm in my cell trying to learn this stuff before Friday. So when I see him, because he not gonna come when Friday come around, he wasn't coming to me asking me like, what is it? I would have to go find him. I had to go find him, tell him, hey, remember what you asked me on Tuesday? All right, this is it. Boom, this is the proof. This is where it came from. This is where it's at in the Quran, all that. So
yeah, I touched Petersburg in like '06. Money, what's that? What's that? Money making, money, music, entertainment, fair talk. Yeah, I touched that joint like '06. I think '06, '05, '07, something like that. I touched it. Yeah, but go ahead. They be asking a lot of questions.
yeah, no, but yeah, it definitely, like you said, don't just go up there and just let them get that time out you. You just doing dead time. Like if you do happen to have to go to prison, like we said, we trying to keep people out of prison and prevent people from going. But if you do find yourself landing there, man, go up there and like I said, try to learn, try to better yourself as much as you can. Try to read, You feel me? Get up on your hygiene. Cause I know it's a lot of dudes, right, being out here in the streets. A lot of dudes I done seen put the streets before they self. They wake up in the morning and taking a shower, all that, brushing their hair. The first thing they think about is going outside getting that money. Or as soon as the phone ring, I'm out the door. I don't got time to do none of that. I'm not feeding myself. I'm not taking care of myself. It's just constantly money, 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 money in the streets. And once you get caught up in that cycle of putting the streets before yourself, you'll get lost.
See South, wasn't I in C? Wasn't we then? We in C South. I think I was in C South. Wasn't I in C South? I can't. It's been so long ago. I was in. He said he from DC. This one of your homies. I think. I'm trying to think of. I'm trying to think of y'all homie, man. Y'all homies got the rumbling up in that joint, man. And boy was spanking him with the half a broomstick all up under the table, man. I think his name was. He was a boxer boy from y'all city too. Oh man. Man, hey yo, I know this ain't my man. I know this ain't my man that was across the hall from me in that wheelchair, man. Yeah, yo, this your homie right here, right?
Yeah.
Hey, listen, in the wheelchair, you know he was official in the streets. You already know, like you know what I mean. He in the chair, you know what I mean. The lawman, you know what I mean. For whatever reason, seemed to have him sitting down. Still, I remember when he rolled up on the homie with the banger on him in the chair. I'm like, yo, Shorty got the jaw on him like in the wheel. Like, what he ready to work? You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, little fella. I'm trying to think. It's been so long. I'm like, dang, what's up, homie? Oh man, hey, listen, this is a blessing, man, to see good men, man. I'm glad to see you on here. That means you made it out, man. So alhamdulillah.
And that be another thing too, man. I left a lot of good brothers up on the land, man. That I you feel me? And it bothered me sometimes because I know that they not gonna get a chance to come out here and you feel me? Like I'm kind of it's like dang, you feel me? I gotta go home. I want to go home, but it's like it was really some good brothers up there that I didn't want to leave.
The man, your homie Loper said he want to hear about them hoes. He said he want to hear about them hoes you had.
Look, I ain't gonna lie.
Where the red bones at?
my first, I'm gonna say like my first 2.5 years, I ain't really even had no females. I wasn't in contact with no females, nothing. Like I said, I took a year straight. I took a year straight and studied. You know, I be rapping. I took a year straight.
That's fella. You know, fella in the wheelchair. That's fella. He said Marley. No, that's your man. That's your man. Male gossip is a disease.
Oh wow, yeah, male.
Yeah, but I thought that was that's little fella, man. Good little soldier from y'all city, man. He was in my unit. I'm like, Seaside. It's been so I've been in 13 different joints. So I'm like, Seaside. I was in Seaside. But fella, I definitely remember fella Mel. He right when you remember that fella, man. The homie was beating up. What was his name? B-Fry or something like that. That was B-Fry he had up under that table. No, that wasn't B-Fry he had up under the table. That was the other dark skin homie Mel. You right. Yeah. Man. Ain't that song? But yeah, go ahead. Ain't no Marley ain't on here doing no capping, man. Stop it. That's one of your homies. Greg. Yeah, Greg. You right. I mean, it's been so long, man. Yeah. Ain't that something, man? Fella just brought it back to me, gave me the chills. And listen, Petersburg was like that back then. I'm talking, hey, listen, they was bringing it in for that money. Listen, it was so sweet. They found a banger in the cell, man. So you know, I was in the cell. Y'all had Shamsuddin. He's one of y'all homies from the district. He was in my cell. Him and some other little dude had moved in there. He wasn't anybody. We was in the 3-man.
Yeah.
You know, man, they found the joint. I took the joint. It's mine. You know what I'm saying? But we all went to the hole and first. And Shams wrote me and said, let me tell you something, John, man. Like, We might have had our differences in there, but I don't even know. I got some homies that wouldn't even took no banger charge, like, but it was mine. Like,
and that's the crazy thing. I was telling somebody the other day, right? You might have a problem. You might have a problem or altercation situation with a dude on the streets, and y'all get up on that land, and he might be the one to save your life.
Yeah, for real. You
He
know,
might be the one to save your life, and it's like, dang, how you go about a situation like that afterwards?
yeah, you're right. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been on in a while, man. It feel good to be back in front of the people, man. Like, I gotta start coming back on here, man. Even then, like we said, that we come on here and do a few little segments, man, trying to talk to these dudes, man, these youngsters, man, that need some guidance, man. You know what I'm saying? And I love to get on it. I love to get on and interact with the people. See, I don't be wanting to be one of. That's why when people be following me on my Instagram, John, they be like, "Yo, I'm surprised you even answered me back." I said, "I'm gonna answer you back, man, because I ain't feeling myself. Like, I ain't one of
Right.
those type of dudes. I'm
Right.
like I don't even like to even say that. I just, you know what I mean, I'm who I am, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna answer you back. I don't feel like I'm too big to answer nobody back. I might not can't follow everybody at one time because I had got like 6,000 followers in the last 2-3 weeks. I can't keep up with following and they be falling off my line and all that. But I'm here, man. I'm trying to give out the information, man. I'm active, you know what I'm saying, with the people. I'm active in the comments, and people don't be believing. Yo, I can't believe you answered me. I'm like, why? Like, I ain't nothing. Just like you, how we start kicking it. Like, but you would think the people probably think we've been knowing each other for years. You know what I mean? But real gonna always recognize real. You know what I'm saying? And when real is real, it's easy to communicate. You dig? And you know, and I always been one. My man told me, John, when you go home, man, they gonna love you. I said, why? He said, because you got it. I said, got what? He said, man, like, because you know, you from the district, and the district in most of these cities around the world is the same. Young dudes don't be feeling the older dudes. The older dudes be coming out thinking that the streets owe them something, they entitled to something, and they end up getting whacked out here fast. You know what I'm saying? But
it go both ways though, because
yeah, both ways.
you got young niggas that don't know when to shut up and get out of the way and respect the older dudes that they supposed to respect. And you got some older dudes that, like you said, they don't know when they time up and they don't know when to get out of the way. Like, it's okay to not be in the game no more. It's okay if you're not a player. You could be a coach. A lot of you could be a coach, and you could like what we doing right now. You could guide the younger dudes
What's up,
to the
Strap?
right direction. You don't necessarily got to be in the game yourself.
See, people be thinking that they gotta maintain this status. You know what I mean? I'm gonna stay in the mix, right? But at some time in your life, you gotta make up your mind that you. It's like you said, you ain't gotta be in the game. You, like I tell my folks, I don't gotta be in the mix. I'm always gonna be who I am. I know who I am. I know what I did. You know what I'm saying? And I don't never want to do that no more because I'm not never telling on nobody, and I don't feel like doing no more time. Feel me? So in order for me to stay away from that penitentiary, I had to find something new to do, right? Help my wife in that restaurant, do my little second gig at night. You know what I'm saying? Like what I gotta really be getting ready to get back to. I'm on a lunch break doing this joint. You know what I mean? I said, man, I'm gonna shoot to the crib, do this joint on a lunch break. You heard? Like, because the people need to hear something, man. The people need to see your face, and the people need to hear from you, man. Especially when they press that button, man. They subscribe to your channels, man. They follow you on these little platforms, man. They deserve to see you and hear you, man, and what you got to give them, man. So I'm gonna start being more active with this thing, man, because I slacked up, man. I was going hard with it, man, and this is really therapy for me. You know what I'm saying? This is like therapy for me, man, because for real, I couldn't even see myself doing this. Like, cause up on that land, it's like, Jock, you got an unapproachable aura, man. People don't even want to say nothing to you, but once they meet you, you a good dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I don't be doing a lot of talking, but so this is like therapy for me, man. I ain't got no friends down here in Atlanta. So all my friends is right here. You know what I mean? For my followers, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna say followers, we family. You did
another thing, man. That street credit ain't no good in no bank.
That stuff don't work nowhere. That stuff ain't gonna get you. That stuff don't buy
Can't go
you.
put no down payment on no house with street credit.
Can't do
You can't
nothing.
go lease no car with street credit. Nothing.
Can't do nothing with it. You can't even take it with you to the grave, because that's where you headed. And that stuff ain't gonna do nothing for you up on that land, because you just in tans and graves like everybody else.
One thing with then that's what I was getting to. Once you get up there, even out here though, like this for the younger dudes, man, it's always somebody that's willing to take it further than you. It's always somebody tougher. It's always somebody badder. Even you think you got the pistol and you. It's always somebody who reach faster than yours, who could get it out faster than you, who draw down faster than you.
Who wake up
So
before you?
don't be out here and think. Don't be out here and get yourself in a situation thinking that you 100% militant and you not.
That's where I'll be at with it. Like, everybody, you know who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of people running around here with masks on. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the mask one day eventually got to come off. You dig? So everybody running around here, man, they carrying these hammers with these switches and these long clips, these whatever they ladders or whatever they calling them these days, right? But up there, you ain't got that. Only you know what's really in your heart. If you really built like that, then you put yourself in a position to get up there around some real. So I know some dudes I couldn't believe was goons like that, like really in them, like really in.
Yeah.
I done did things in there. You know, so I did things because I had to do. I ain't never did nothing to nobody that didn't deserve it. I know people doing stuff to people that don't even deserve it. You know what I mean? And I've been on that land that, you know, just you know how the homies do. You know, we got some homies. You got other dudes from other states, man. Sometimes people be down bad. They come in your room, take your stuff. I ain't talking about stealing it. I'm talking about coming up in there on you. And you supposed to have been a whole gremlin out there. You know what I'm saying? They come right up and roll up in there. Come here, put all that stuff in the net bag, man. Everything. Your sneakers, your radio, everything. Put it all in there. And until you don't come out there wrong. And I seen dudes stay in. So why put yourself in the position to get up there around some real dudes like that? I'm not saying that the dude not really even built like that to go. Only you know that. But it don't cost you nothing to change your life. It don't cost, man. You know how, and I know it's hard. I know it's hard. You know how hard it be when you've been in these streets, get into a serious bag, not with no worries. When rent come up, you got a building you got to pay for, a food truck, cars, rented the trip. Do you know how frustrating that be for the working man? I know it is, especially somebody who worked all their life, especially somebody who transformed their life to come out of the game. So I know it's hard, but guess what? You learn to respect that honest dollar. You're gonna learn to respect that. It ain't gonna be all that. I'm on my way to the mall, grab me $2,000-3,000 worth of clothes every couple days. You learn to respect that. I'm get me an outfit once a week. You heard? See if I can get me 2-3 outfits a month. And you don't supposed to be ashamed of that. You shouldn't be ashamed of that, man. Ain't nothing wrong with going out working, earning a hard, honest dollar, man.
That's where it come back to what I said about them phases that you gotta go through in life that you can't skip. That's one of them. Once you make that transition from being in the streets, like you said, and getting fast money and easy money to having to really work for your money and gotta get up every morning and go to work and really stay down and save your checks, like you said, you appreciate it different. You look at it different.
Yeah, you start just the whole thing.
And it was definitely hard coming home and like if you don't change your surroundings or the people you around, you can get sucked right back into it. Because if you hanging with your man and them and they still in the streets and you see the stuff they doing and the stuff they got, you can be like, damn. And they telling you like, bro, I give you this, bro. Go ahead, get you back. You just came home. Welcome home. I give you a couple packs. I give you a couple bags. I give you
first thing that your homie gonna do,
whatever.
Homie gonna put the pack right back in your hand, ain't it? That's the homie though.
And it's like it's up to you. Yeah, then it's like, dang, is that really your homie? Him knowing your situation, knowing you just came home and you on parole, you on probation, and he willing to put drugs back in your hands. They could send you back to prison.
Terry, what do you say? Terry Terry Oval, they say Jihad was the class clown in that joint. Hey, you right. You absolutely right. I ain't even got an answer.
Find a way to make that time pass.
I ain't never. No, I'm just saying. No, that was like a. Sometimes these people get up in here and they just say all kinds of wild stuff. They be wild coons, like saying anything. You know what I mean? Like a Joker was anything. They be in here like that. Like, oh, they said Jihad was a class clown. I don't even be entertaining. I just wanted to give him a moment of
give him his five seconds of fame.
Because I know who I am, and there's plenty of people on here that been up on that land with me. I know who I am and what I've done. All you guys
one thing about it, I talked to some short enough dudes who some cold-blooded men, and they said, yeah, they said they know you. They said, nah, he stand on business, shorty. Like, I said, why? I already know though. You could just tell. You could tell from the first
Google me. I ain't one of these. You know what I say all the time, bro? I ain't one of these YouTube dudes that get on here and tell these war stories. That's easy to do. I can tell you stories. I've been in there 21 years. Got bored. I've been everywhere there. I've been on pounds where dudes where they tell you if you can't walk, tell us now so we can get you out of here. I've been on them pounds, telling them, nah, I can't be here. What's your name? Green. 050. Green 050. You got a captain review. You going to the hole anyway. Captain review, because they don't even want me on their compounds. I guess the Muslims riled up and the homies, and everybody be ready to go. You know what I mean? But dudes get on here and just talk. But I ain't one of them YouTube dudes. I ain't even know YouTube. I get on here to inform. But I ain't one of them dudes that's ever gonna have somebody come on here with some paperwork on me that said something happened to me and didn't nothing happen back to the person that supposed to did something to me. That'll never happen to me. Like dudes getting exposed on here. I ain't got to worry about nothing like that. The nigga can come on here and say anything in the comment.
And that was another thing that was good for me. It worked out in my favor. I was one of the young dudes. Like I said, I was deaning hard, and then I really knew like about the religion and understood it. So it kept me out of the way a lot. And a lot of the older brothers, they gravitated towards me because, like you said, a lot of the dudes my age. Well, when I was up there, I was 21 through 26. So it was like a lot of the older dudes. They like, man, shorty, you move different. Like you ain't in a bunch of nonsense. Like I wasn't getting high. I wasn't going to nigga sales, stealing shit, none of that shit. So it was like, you feel me? They gravitated towards me more, and they was more willing to help me. They was more willing to help me and like keep me out of the way because they seen.
You. Hold on for a minute. This is Wu Productions. He said, "Do you feel like prison saved you as far as focusing on you and slowing down from the life you were living beforehand?"
Most definitely. Man, Wu know what I was out here doing before I went to prison. Wu know me personally. Like Wu, that's my homeboy. That's my cameraman. He shoot my videos and stuff. But Wu know what a prison definitely saved me though. Like I think if I didn't go, honestly, I don't know where I would have been at or what would have happened. I think it definitely saved me from a lot and definitely kept me out of the way of a lot of stuff because the path I was headed down I was going nowhere fast.
And that's good, man, because I know a lot of y'all personally, like from the district, man. Y'all youngsters, like me being in and having cellies from the district, them getting them papers, the homies coming in telling the stories, like y'all was smacking stuff down, man, on a high rate, man. And so I know the lifestyle, man, is like in y'all age group. That's why I wanted you to come on, because the lifestyle in y'all age group is so fast and so hard with no compassion or for human life. You know what I'm saying? For lack of better words, right? Because it was no talking and no more fighting. Everything was knock them down out there and it still is like that. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy though, because I ain't like before I went to prison, it wasn't even like, yeah, I was doing little stuff and had stuff I was into, but prison saved me because somebody was actually trying to do something to me before I went in. And the night before I got locked up, I got into an altercation with some dudes. And excuse me, my mother told me, she said she had a vision. She said my grandmother came to her. My grandmother passed away years ago. I was probably like 3 or 4, probably not even that. But my grandmother passed away. She said she had a vision. She said my grandmother came to her in like a dream and asked her, would she be okay if I went with her? She said, would you be okay if I took him with me? And my mother was like, she bust out crying, like, nah, don't take him, woo woo. She said, I called her the next day from jail. She said that she was like, she even told me like it saved me. She was like that. She said grandma came to me and asked would I be okay if you went with her, and I told her no, don't take you. And she said you called me the next day from jail.
That's deep. So, but Allah bless the women with intuition, man. So they be knowing. You know what I'm saying?
That's one thing I had to learn because I ain't used to be trying to listen to no woman, but it's like dang, now I know like they really know and they could really see stuff that we can't.
Mike Brooks, he said that was the color of Allah, man. You might have smoked dude or vice versa. Now, Allah don't make no mistakes, man. You know, like he said in the Surah, man, which were the favors of your Lord will you deny, man? You're straight up.
Definitely the best of planners.
So you know, I gotta get ready to shoot back to this gig, man. I just came on this little lunch break, and I see you getting ready to hit the sidewalk.
Oh yeah, no, I'm
Shorty,
about, man, I'm about to take this
Shorty
trash.
been trying to holler at you, man. Tell the people how they can reach you, man. Shorty been trying to holler at you the whole time, but you ain't been reading these comments. She already was talking about your eyes 40 minutes ago.
Man, Instagram, Young Wally 3X. Uh, same thing on YouTube for the music and the videos. Apple Music, all platforms, Young Wally 3X.
Yeah, so I was that we didn't even get to that. I was going to tell the people what you got going on since you came out of prison.
Oh, all right. So since I've been home, I've been making music. I've been making music, been rapping. I ain't gonna say I've been taking it as serious as I've been supposed to, but I got some stuff in the works right now, trying to get some stuff going. I got my CPR certification, so I know how to do CPR. My CPR certification, and I got my first aid certification. Right now, I'm trying to get into like home health aid, like
Mm,
working with older people, taking care of them like overnight at home. You feel me? They need assistance. I know
mm-hmm.
I could get. They said I could get more money working with special needs, but I think I want to work with older people. I like I like I like talking to them and like the
Mm-hmm.
conversations and asking about back in the day and how stuff changed and what it was like. I'm interested in that type of stuff. So I think I want to work with the older people.
Yeah, I feel you. Well, I gotta get ready to get back down on this plantation. You heard? So man,
Man,
it was
I
a pleasure having
appreciate I
you on.
appreciate you having me, man.
Hey,
Appreciate
listen,
you,
man. I
bro.
said we was gonna do it. You've been wanting to come up on here. I said, man, we got to get the brother on. Let him speak his truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So I'm glad I had the opportunity to even meet you to bring you on, man, so that people can see things from the DC aspect of the doing time and what it takes and your little laws and stuff like this here, man. Um, you know, we're gonna chop it up. We already, you know where we at with it. All
yeah.
y'all that came in, man, Stride Bossinger, Mike Brooks, all y'all, man, that been riding with me from the beginning, man. I appreciate y'all staying solid, staying down with me, man, even though through my little adversities, man, and me not really coming up on here like I should have been coming up on here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, fella, man, hit me on my in my inbox. They done got some clowns done clone my page, right? My joint
Yeah, I seen
concrete.
that earlier, man.
Yeah, Nick, some clown. Like, I don't, you know what I mean? I don't even know what they get out of that. You know what I'm saying? But my joint is concrete underscore chronicles underscore podcast. Not with that other underscore at the end of podcast. That's the creep. You heard? So, fella, hit me on that joint so I can give you my number and all that, man. So we can, you know what I mean, chop it up, man. I miss you, boy. Love you too, man. Straight up, man. That was a
Yeah, I about to say I'm gonna get with you. I about to say we gonna chop it up, try put something together, start getting on here more. Like we gotta do like a set day every
yeah,
Thursday.
we gonna do it, man.
We'll figure it
We
out.
gonna try. We gonna do it. You heard? We all it is. We on here tonight. We in touch. You know what I mean? Let's get back on. You know, we could probably do it on Sundays. You know what I'm saying?
Every
You know,
Sunday,
because
inshallah.
inshallah, yeah, because they caught me in, and you know what I mean. I went on them because I ain't gonna hear the lady mouth, but you know what I mean. We'll definitely do it. It ain't about nothing but setting up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't fight. Yeah, be aware of that page, man. And don't forget to like. You know, if you like the content, man, share the content, man. Subscribe, hit the like button, man. Let my John grow. Everybody, all these other dudes out here, they be in the way growing. You know what I'm saying? Don't you know? People do what they do, man. Some people like to hear different types of stuff. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna get on here and tell no war stories. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? I'm giving up information, man. News you can use. You know what I'm saying? If I ain't giving up something positive, I don't even want to come on here and talk. You know what I mean? Because it's easy to give up negative, and that's what they want us to do, and that's why they break these channels down. A lot of people give up positive. See, that's why sometimes people channels don't grow. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm giving you federal law. I'm teaching it to you in a layman's term. You know, the powers that be gonna be liking that. Like, yo, man, we need them locked up. We need the minds to be clouded, man, and go to jail, work these legalized plantations. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I made sure I wanted them. That's why I made sure I wanted to tell them about that ghost gun law, man.
Yeah, man, that was a good thing you did right there. But let me get ready to get out of here, man. I got about 15-minute ride. I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. I appreciate you giving me some of your time tonight too, little homie. I'm gonna be in touch with you. Make sure you hit me, fella. Hit me in my inbox on my on IG so I can give you my demo, man, so we can chop it up. All y'all, man. My motto: stay free and stay free. You heard that way?
That way.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.